Well, Antonia Kerrigan is there at the Elysee. Antonia, can you tell us more about what is in this deal? What did we learn from that press conference between the two leaders?
Well, as we've heard coming out earlier in the day, the statement of intent was signed by both leaders for Ukraine to acquire 100 Rafale fighter jets. This is the most modern type of fighter jet in the French fleet. France have already provided 3 of its predecessors of the Mirage 2000s in the past, but this is part of an upgrade, as well as 8 SAMP-T mobile surface air missile systems and ground fire guided missiles. Now, we're honing in heavily on the Rafales because that's obviously the big ticket announcement. Now, Rafale, it takes 3.5 years to manufacture, and in principle, it takes 5 years to train a good, competent Rafale pilot. So the two leaders explained that this investment is not necessarily about combating the current threats that face Ukraine this winter. They reaffirmed as well that the French and Ukrainian wish is for a ceasefire as soon as possible. But that the Ukrainian army, in order to have proper deterrence, in order to be able to fend off future risks and guarantee security after a ceasefire, it needs to be convincing, it needs to have credible air defence, and Rafales are an essential part of that, was very much the line of the two leaders as they push through this historic deal.
And what about the financing of this deal, Antonia? What can you tell us?
Well, that's where it's all a little bit more vague. Of course, the wording of the deal is up to 100 Rafales. And when asked about how this would be financed, they raised various examples of types of financing that exist. For instance, the European SAFE programme, which makes available financing for manufacturing of defence equipment in collaboration, in co-production between countries. And currently Rafales aren't a case of co-production with Ukraine, but they will be looking for ways in which they could get access to that kind of financing. But it doesn't yet seem to be very clear how they're financing it, and that's perhaps why it's a statement of intent rather than a fully signed contract with Dassault, the company who manufactures these planes. So it's not entirely clear where the money's going to come from or how many of these are really going to be delivered and how soon, because 100 Rafales, that's between 8 and 10 billion euros. You know, we talk about it frequently, the state of French finances at the moment. They won't be handing that kind of money over, and Ukraine's not in an economic situation to be finding 8 to 10 billion very easily. So they're looking for financing for these various weapons provisions. It's not entirely clear yet where it's coming from.
All right, Antonia Kerrigan, thank you very much for that update from the Elysee Palace.